Every day, learners are bombarded with information. Videos, readings, discussion boards, emails, the list goes on. The amount of content available has never been greater. Yet more information does not always lead to more learning. So why do some multimedia experiences capture attention and promote understanding, while others leave students overwhelmed? The answer lies in how the human brain processes information. Today, we'll be exploring how multimedia learning principles help us design experiences that work with the brain rather than against it. Meet Naomi. She's a motivated and capable student, but she faces a significant barrier: cognitive overload. After watching a lecture and reading several pages of content, she struggles to remember what she's learned. Many learners experience the same problem when lessons are presented as a dense wall of text and long lecture. Ultimately, their brain's processing capacity is exceeded. Naomi's challenge isn't a lack of effort, but a failure in instructional design. The human brain can only process a small amount of new information at once. Richard Meyer's cognitive theory of multimedia learning suggests that people learn through two channels, one for processing visuals and the other for processing words. Each channel has a limited capacity, so when instructional materials overload these channels, learning suffers. Effective multimedia design helps learners manage cognitive load and organize and integrate new information into their long-term memory. To help Naomi, we must design learning that respects these limits rather than ignoring them. To improve Naomi's experience, we will first want to remove the obstacles that prevent her from reaching the core concepts. According to the multimedia principle, people learn better from words and pictures rather than just words alone, but just not any picture will do. By using simple graphics that clarify or organize key concepts, instructors can help students take in information through multiple channels and solidify it into their long-term memory. A common misconception is that adding more media automatically improves learning. In reality, unnecessary information competes for attention. Decorative images, excessive text, background music, and distracting animations can all increase cognitive load. When learners spend their mental effort filtering distractions, they have less capacity available for learning, meaning that sometimes less truly is more. The coherence principle tells us to remove any unnecessary words, pictures, and sounds. The signaling principle adds cues that highlight essential information through headings, arrows, bold text, or outlines. Together, the coherence and signaling principles reduce distractions and guide learner attention toward what matters most. The redundancy principle warns against presenting on-screen text that duplicates your narration. This forces students to split their attention between reading and listening. Using both visual and auditory channels effectively improves learning. The contiguity principle suggests that we keep corresponding words and pictures close together. This reduces the amount of searching Naomi will have to do, allowing her cognitive effort to be devoted to learning. Next, we will look at 2 ways to ensure Naomi can process complex information without getting overwhelmed. The first is segmenting. You can segment complex lessons into user-paced chunks. This allows Naomi to click continue when she feels ready. The pre-training principle suggests introducing key concepts and vocabulary before presenting complex material. This ensures that Naomi has the mental scaffolding ready for complex processes. Lastly, learning is also a social experience. The personalization principle suggests that conversational language increases engagement and learners respond better to natural human voices than machine-generated narration. When content feels human, learners are more likely to engage with it. Now, let's return to Naomi. Imagine her course redesigned using these multimedia principles. The content is streamlined, key concepts are highlighted, and the visuals support text and narration. The amount of information hasn't changed, but the learning experience has. The difference between information and engagement is intentional design. Naomi's potential is unlocked when her instructor designs for her brain, not just for the content. By removing overload, the path to mastery becomes clear. Multimedia learning is not about adding more technology. It's about aligning instruction with how the brain learns. When we apply evidence-based principles, we transform information into engagement, and engagement into meaningful learning. As instructional designers, educators, and creators, our goal is not simply to deliver information. Our goal is to create learning experiences that help people learn, understand, remember, and apply knowledge. The question is not, what information should I include? The question is, how can I design this information so that learning occurs?